guys, it's Chris Pre. It is Thursday, what is it, January 14th. Been asked by a few of you guys to record a little piece here and address the question that some of you get, and I'll say why I'm saying some of you, in the network marketing industry relative to, is this a pyramid? Guys, a couple things here. And I'm not going to go in any one particular order, but I hope everyone you know sees this if they need to see it. Okay? First, if you're getting that question, you've got some kind of insecurity in your own brain about the industry. Okay? I very rarely, if ever, get that from my own personal prospects. Why? Because I don't portray that. Okay? It's not even remotely on my mind. I hope that makes sense to you. So if you have a slight doubt, or if you ever did, pick up a book called The New Wellness Revolution. Pick up a book called Beach Money. Pick up a book called 45-Second Presentation. And don't just read them. Immerse yourself in them like 2 or 3 times. After that, you won't have a doubt. Now, in the meantime, I want to give you some ammunition here, okay? Because this is reality. Again, in no particular order. First of all, if someone says to you, is there a pyramid? I'd say, well, define for me a pyramid. Most of them have no idea what they're talking about. Well, they'll come up with things like, well, you know, when someone gets in first and then they can make all the money. No, wrong. I'll explain why. Or, you know, only the first people come in that can make any money. They're the first people. No, wrong. I'll tell you why. And then others can't do it. No, wrong. Why? I'll show you that. Okay. Second, it's illegal, guys. A pyramid is illegal. It is when commissions are paid and no products move. For example, in Lifemax, you purchase a business builder package for $69.95. It gets you a website. No product move. Does anyone make 10 cents on that? Of course not. Illegal. Okay? You're talking Bernie Madoff land. Money moving, no product. Okay? Can't do it. Pyramids are illegal. We wouldn't be involved if they were. Nor would any of the attorneys, judges, other professionals be if it was a pyramid. Why? Illegal. Okay? I don't know how many times I can say it. We are members of the DSA, Direct Selling Association. It is the largest governing body for the industry, and we are accepted inside of 1 year. Amazing. Okay, next issue. I usually ask them, especially if they have a job, this is fun, because corporate America and quite frankly business globally in the conventional sense falls under this. I usually say, well, let me ask you this, Mary, if Mary was my prospect, and ask that question. Do you have a boss? You do. Terrific. Do you make more than your boss? You don't. Oh, that's interesting. Can you make more than your boss? No. Interesting. Does your boss have a boss? Yeah. Can they make more than their boss? No. And so on up the line. You can take a car dealer, you can take any conventional business, because in corporate America and in business conventionally, where does money flow? Up. Okay? You can't change it. You can't pass your boss, you can't make more than them unless they lose their job. That's a healthy environment. So corporate America is the biggest pyramid structure on the planet. Okay? I hope that was super clear for you. So the only thing I want people to understand is, from a structural standpoint, you know, the pyramids are the strongest structure ever built in the history of the world. So from a pure structural standpoint, I wish we were. I wish we came in with one person and then built strength and strength and strength and strength and everyone was strong. Unfortunately, what happens sometimes in the industry is you end up with an upside down triangle. Why? Because you have everybody come in, and instead of reaching up to the very best people they know, they reach down. Let me give you an example. If on a scale of 1 to 10 you consider yourself a 7, and the 10 is the most successful person you know, I tell you to go talk to your 8, 9s, and 10s. That's who I speak to. Okay, that's what's allowed me to grow the way I have. That's what allowed Kimmy Everett in Hawaii, Dr. Larry Trott in Bermuda. I can name hundreds of people. Jonathan in Hawaii. They reach up in their center of influence. Therefore, they end up building a nice strength on their first generation, and then forever. They build a nice big box, and if not, a nice strong triangle. You get the upside down triangle when someone comes in, and a bunch of people come in, and then instead of calling an 8, 9, or 10, they call a 5, who calls a 4, who calls a 3, who calls a 2, and pretty soon you got nothing down below, okay? So from a structural standpoint, I wish we were. Third item. People say about that, well, only the people who come in early make money. Well, interesting, guys. Let's use some hard facts here. I joined Lifemax about 6,000th, 5,500th, somewhere around there. And I'm the top earner. And I'm not saying that from an egotistical standpoint. I just want to hammer this point home. It doesn't matter if you're first. It matters who builds the biggest business or who builds the biggest block of business. Kimmy Everett in Hawaii just became the #2 earner. Not year to date, but #2 earner on a weekly basis, on a monthly and quarterly basis here of most recent. And she came in the company about 11,000th. Okay? The company has less than 17,000 distributors. We are an absolute baby. My mentor in 2001 joined a company when it had 40,000 distributors. He considered that to be early. He went off to earn $330,000 a month. He was a top earner. He came in 40,000. Guys, nothing to do with when you come in. You go out and build a business, that's who makes the most money. Don't point fingers and say, you got to be first, that person's going to make all the money. There were 6,000 people or 5,500 that preceded me that don't make a fraction of what I make, okay? Again, I'm not saying look at me. I'm saying understand this is how it works. Generally speaking now, I gave you some very blunt answers there. We have a better way, guys, period. The economy's in a state of flux, unemployment's up. We have a better way, period. No arguing that. It is $165 billion with a B industry. This is not an industry that's trying itself out. This is not an industry that you have to look and say, I wonder if it works. It's 73 years old. It's going to double or triple over the next few years from $165 billion. It's more than proved itself, guys, and we're reaching boom years coming up. And if you're stuck in this mode where you think network marketing is not right for you, or and you can't work for you, or if it's a pyramid, guys, it's like saying, you know what, I want to buy my gas from that gas station that used to have the guy come out and pump it and never sold bottled water or sold food. I mean, that's how outdated you'd be. It's like driving around an old Model T Ford instead of a Ferrari. Get a grip on what you're thinking about if you're even remotely thinking about this being a pyramid. And then I'd ask you this, if you're a candidate listening to this because someone sent it to you because they thought you had a misperception in the industry, let me ask you, forget network marketing for a second. Are you absolutely, beyond a doubt, absolutely ecstatic to get up in the morning and go to work? Are you? And if you're not, why don't you look at something else? Why don't you get your head out of the sand and look at something else? You spend 40 minutes, let's say 50. You spend 50 minutes doing a due diligence on the industry, a true due diligence, and then doing a due diligence on Lifemax, and then you make a prudent business decision, okay? If you can fog a mirror and you go through the presentation with Lifemax, you will be wholeheartedly amazed at what we have our fingers on, and you'll join us. Last thought for you, don't listen to cheap advice. Guys, if there's someone telling you that you can't do it, or this is wrong for you, or this won't work for you, don't listen to them. You know why? It's cheap advice. The only people you should listen to, I don't care if you sell homes like I did, or you sell popcorn on the street, or if you're in Lifemax. The only people you listen to is someone that did what you want to do. Someone that you can follow and mimic and duplicate and get the same success. Other than that, why would you listen to it? It's cheap advice. When I went broke in the building business in 1993, I went to become a realtor. Market was down then. Everyone said, you're crazy, what are you going into real estate for? It's a bad market, it won't work, you're not going to work, it's not going to work. Guys, I went off to build an amazing business. Why? I didn't listen to cheap advice. I listened to the people that were selling 100 homes or more per year. I had sold none. And then in 2 or 3 years, I got to that level. Again, I'm not saying this from an egotistical standpoint. I want a huge reality check here when it comes to this question. I went off on different tangents there, but understand we got the strongest thing that has existed in years, and it's creating more millionaires than anyone. And inside of Lifemax, we will break records in the United States and around the world. Done. Simple. I hope that helps you guys. I hope it wasn't too strong for you. Make it a great week.